Hello and welcome to another Aoe2 post-game commentary. Today we have a 4v4 Black Forest game which turns into a 3v4 Black Forest game. This is obviously played on Black Forest, and this won't be your normal Black Forest which is wall up, boom and attack at 40 minutes or 50 minutes. It won't be that sort of game. This is no rules. This is anything can happen. There's no fair walling, no cutting, no rules such as that. Just straight up 4v4 BF. And there's going to be a lot of action in the initial stage of this game on my side. I'm going to be supported by blue a lot. It's going to be a little bit of support from blue, but support nonetheless. As for the civs this game, I am playing as Goths. Blue, Gymniac, is playing as Mongols. Calamitous is playing as Britons, and Nothing is True is playing as Franks. And Franks is the one who resigns unexpectedly. Somewhere around the 20th minute he resigns. We have Rumpel as Aztecs. We have Aoe2 as Huns. We have Oxil as Koreans, and we have Aoe2 as Byzantines. We also in this game I will be referring to players as their color, not their names, simply because I do not want to butcher any names and just fumble around with my words all the time. I might refer to myself and Time Wielder, myself as Time Wielder, or Red as Calamitous, as Red is a friend of mine who played this game with me. So yeah, but I should be calling them by their colors. We immediately see Teal. He has walled up, and wow. At this point, when I saw this wall, I was raging, because if you look at what this wall has done, it has blocked me off from my gold. 1, 2, 3. 3 deposits of my gold has been blocked off. So I wasn't having it, and I was gonna break through at all cost. I also called Blue to come help me out over here, so Blue's gonna be sending his scout to try and open this wall up as well. Let's speed the game up a bit and actually get to when the fun starts. In this game, I'm going for not a very conventional rush. In Black Forest, to say the least. It's going to be a Monk and Ram Mangonel rush, so it's going to be very interesting to see how Teal deal with it, and he doesn't deal with it very good, let's just say that. Everyone's booming up. Is very surprising, but a lot of people what they haven't realized is that there are wolves, and they come in pairs this game, so wolves are going to be a very big threat to villagers. Luckily, Aoe2 had his scout on guard, so he was able to save his villager there. We are playing on hardest difficulty, as hardest difficulty does make there to be more wolves. I don't think nobody knows, but I discreetly always, when I host games, put it on maximum difficulty. Oh, we see 2 wolves here trying to take care of Orange, but Orange, oh my god, Orange is gonna attract the attention of 4 wolves, and this is gonna be a massacre. Look how beautiful this is. Done. And also Grey walks into it. 3 wolves are chasing, 4 wolves are chasing now. I'm sorry, but there's nothing you can do unless you get rid of at least 2 of these wolves over here. The same situation. Red is also in. But Red manages to lose a villager over here. I think those 2 wolves he has no idea those 2 wolves are there, so he's gonna lose those villagers as well. He's leading the score, so but that villager and the wolves have terrain +1 attack due to fighting downhill. So beautiful. We just witnessed wolves destroying villages left, right and center. As for this area here, we're still fighting to try and control, try and break through this area over here. Another builder for Calamitous. He's gonna try and finish building up those palisade walls. There's a build over here, but she has managed. She's gonna kill that lone wolf, not a problem. Purple has already walled, and it is safe to say it is appropriate since he does not want Grey to wall off his gold. It's an extra gold. Oh, I believe is that Grey's gold? Yep, it's Grey's gold. Yep, Grey's gold has been walled off by Purple. Here, we weren't able to see it, but this villager just managed to survive those two wolves that were gonna come after him. Just managed to survive. Calamitous also lost the villager to a boar. Boars are killing villagers. Wolves are killing villagers. Oh my god, what's happening? Nothing very interesting happening. Just people booming as expected of BF. This is really the boringest stage of the game. Oh, here at this point of the game, I realized, okay, all this hassle of me trying to push through to this wall and trying to break through this wall, I did not realize that there was a pond. Not a pond, sorry. It should be more appropriately called a lake. And I just 5 fish. That is dockable. That is more than dockable. There should be no reason why you shouldn't be able to dock that. But obviously, players did not realize in this game. Grey does not realize that he could have docked. I don't think some people see the value of fish booming. It really does help your economy, but people simply just forgot and stuck to the normal standard build path. Red also he walks past, but he has no idea. He's tunnel visioned himself into realizing, oh, I'm gonna go for that deer in a secluded area. So we have finally managed to I have broken through the walls, and I'm gonna try and wall up here. There was already a wall here, so I'm just gonna wall up over here. I'm gonna also palisade wall over here, and I do not realize this, but Teal is making a feudal army. He might be going castle age and feudaling, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure what. I mean, it is appropriate. I can understand the reason behind it as Time Wielder is Goths. He cannot stone wall, so palisade wall is the best he can do. He can get in there and do a lot of damage if he does break through. We have Calamitous building stone walls already. He's going for a full boom this game. Seeing as though he's the pocket player, he's just gonna boom it out as much as you can. I'm just building some wall houses over here. We also see another palisade wall from Teal. Does it finish it? Yep, it does finish over here. I send my villages out over here, and I am gonna I'm gonna start making my castle. Sorry, not as soon as I go to castle age, I'm gonna start building my monastery and my siege workshop. I'm gonna go for a monk rush, combine it with some mangonels and ram, and hopefully try and push and eliminate Teal as much as I can. Let's speed the game up a bit until both players get their units out. I immediately start making my mangonel. Teal is making more units over here. Of course, at this time, I had no idea. I can only see that he's house warning over here. We see the first mangonel arriving, first monk arriving, and let's slow things down. Here, what's interesting to note is that Orange has built mana arms to deal with. That is how frustrated Orange must have been to deal with this force here, as he does not want anybody doing some forward walling. He built 2 mangonels, mana arms, to try and deter villagers away. Of course, he most likely sees this wall as well, so it's not a problem for him. Here, Teal has released his archers, and his archers are going to be there. If you look at it from my view, I see the archers are attacking my house, and immediately I try and move my mangonel to try and intercept these archers over here. more rams coming out, because these houses is gonna take forever to destroy by using battering rams. Everyone is booming, and purple is going to resign very soon. He's just gonna resign anytime, any moment now. The panic when you're in 20 minutes of the game for 20 minutes, everything's going well, and then suddenly a teammate of yours just resigns. That is just a massive morale decrease. As at that point we were properly oh, here we see a mangonel. I got my mangonel fire to take out these two archers over here. I do get another shot, but I do kill three units, but 2 of them on my own as I had converted them. You also saw a battering ram with this 2 damage get the last shot on a archer as well. I retreated back since I had no army. Except for rams and monks, which had already finished their conversions. So I ended up backing off and started just hammering down these houses instead. Meanwhile, Teal is building up his army of archers and spearmen. We're also seeing some skirmishers from blue. He has come to help me out. These 2 skirmishers do a good job actually. They do get a good exchange going here. I'm just trying to convert as much as I can, making use of that monk conversion rain of +9. Converting some units, although they're dying instantly. I'm quite happy about that. We see these 2 skirmishers here. They are gonna take out 2. They're gonna take out 2 units, damage a 3rd before backing off. We see mangonels from yellow. Yellow has finally realized that his ally needs help, so his ally is gonna come. Yellow and his single mangonel are gonna try and eliminate all this battering rams. This mangonel is being chased by a battering ram of mine, and it's gonna continue to chase. This is good as it forces the ram to back off, mangonel to back off. If the mangonel were to go forward and try and attempt to snipe my monks, then the ram will catch up and the ram will eliminate him. A second mangonel coming up for yellow, and I've got enough converted units that I'm using converted units to attack and destroy yellow's mangonel. But the battering ram here doesn't catch up to the mangonel, and with the aid of the eagle warrior has been destroyed. I'll get a second mangonel out here and just trying to micro as best as I possibly can to try and heal everyone up, and this mangonel unfortunately will also die. Oh, it doesn't. It seems that this mangonel also survives. Looking at the scores now, red is booming as usual. He's already making his archers. He's probably anticipating some sort of rush, so in case he's booming and rushing, I try and build a watchtower over here, but nothing. I get deterred by this mangonel. The mangonel did back off for the time being, and this 6 HP mangonel, I have no idea what's going on with this 6 mangonel. For a while now, it's been going back and forth. Unfortunately, I'm going to lose all my units as these mangonels are. This mangonel is going to eliminate both of my units over here. We see Teal doing a mass migration. He has realized that he's not going to be able to hold this base. He's going to back off. We see yellow building 3 barracks, and he's building his second stable. Orange, however, has not done anything so far as of yet, but he has built a forward barracks. Probably will see some units from him very soon. This mangonel has killed at least 5 of my skirmishers, and at this point I didn't want to lose any more units, so I went in straight. And seeing as that mangonel did try and go for my villagers, I went in and destroyed it. I've got quite a formidable force of monks right now, so any unit that does come out of Teal, I'm simply just going to convert it there. Teal has acknowledged that he has lost right now, and there's nothing to do. Yellow is going Imperial Age. He'll be the first to go Imperial Age, and yellow is going to be doing a lot. Yellow going Imperial Age right now is going to be affecting me a lot. as we'll see. At this point, I'm just like going around with the battering rams, destroying all these markets and houses, and just not letting him utilize this housing space, forcing him to build some more houses over here. Teal is responding by making more archery ranges. He's most likely trying to build a skirmisher force. We're seeing some knights from yellow, and we're gonna see some long swordsmen. So yellow is making long swordsmen in anticipation of my rush, the Goth spam of infantry units. So he has already anticipated that such a thing would occur, and he's building countermeasures against it. Let's move forward here. Two castles have been erected over here, and they are going to be holding the position down very well. I'm just searching everywhere to see if there are villages around these resource areas. Sometimes people, when they do evacuate their base, they forget that there are some villages on a faraway resource. So I was checking for that. I encountered there has been a wall, but I'm not too threatened by this wall, so I do go in for that. I do. As soon as I gather my army, I do end up going here. I build a castle in case anything goes wrong, and he has an army that is bigger than mine. Of course, I cannot see the army or what is happening here, and what is happening here is an army is being produced. A castle is being produced as well, so I cannot push. It'll be very hard for me to push on one side. There's no way I can avoid castle fire and try and avoid unit fire as well. Simply I could not do anything at this stage. Of course, I did not know that at this point. Here I'm thinking I've got an army of 6 monks and how many rams? 6 rams. So I was thinking anything. I could do anything. We see blue also going Imperial Age. Calamitous now going up to Imperial Age. I'm still at the Castle Age. Calamitous has the highest population. His population is very high. His military is also 47, and we have yet to see his military, but his military is still there. Here are the army. I see the army and I back off, and I realize nope, I can't do nothing about it. So I back off. I try and back off. I immediately alert blue that we need stone walls here to block them off as much as we can. But as soon as I saw the trebs, this is what I saw, and I thought, that this guy is just letting his villagers die. But then very soon I see the trebuchet, and then I realize, crap, there's nothing I can do to stop this, and the amount of units he has, this wall won't be going up in time. So I was panicking at this point, and I was just thinking how to best utilize my monks, how to best utilize the units I had. I tried to go straight for the trebuchet that was at the back. I did manage to get that trebuchet, but I didn't get that. Unfortunately, not fast enough, not enough units here to do anything. Red's military is now rising to 53. As you can see, at this stage of the game, not only blue's contribution is not as much as I would have liked. He only has 1 military unit. I'm not sure what that is. Let's see. He still might be his scout. He might still have his scout. Yeah. I'm pretty sure he still has his scout. Well, it doesn't matter since his scout is not being utilized. Orange also comes into the fray. So we have the battle of 3 armies over here. It's going to be the battle of 4 armies. It should really be called the battle of 5 the 5 armies, but unfortunately there's no army of blue at this point. At this point, he does make an army later, but not yet. I immediately begin to start researching anarchy and start building my special units. I am going Imperial Age as well, so I do want to get that advantage. Unlike ahead of my teammates, I need to balance the playing field in terms of technology. And here I'm telling Red, you need to move your ass and try and do some damage. There's no point waiting any longer. You've already boomed for 20 minutes, and this is a no rush game. So he starts beginning to attacking the walls, and he's gonna try and break through as well. Here we see the army over here is already at my doorstep, and there's nothing I can do. But I desperately am just building a castle here, blacksmith barracks there, just trying my best just to get as much units out as much as possible. I sold all my stone and all 1,500 stone just for gold. I was so desperate in gold. I knew that if this army pushed, I would lose my base and we'd have to rely on red. Here we see another. Let's slow the game down now. Here's where it gets interesting. We see camels from Kevin, which is very surprising considering that he's playing against Britain. So here Calamitous has managed to put this little gap here, has forced all the camels to come through the gap, and no way are these camels going to go through and do some damage. This simply isn't. You just can't win like that. So here I'm using my castle. I'm using the units that I have, backing them off into castle range, and using my castle as much as possible. As soon as I am out of castle range, I'm retracting my units back to the castle, trying to utilize every advantage I have. All these pikemen they're not that much of a threat to me, as I can tank the damage, so I do start heading on battle against them. My castle is doing some work. The castle is going to be helping me out a lot. I do engage any strays that are coming in over here. If you look at on this side, Grey's army is dead. And you simply cannot be out. He's simply outclassed by look at that range. So beautiful as all the arrows converge on 1 point and on one unit, completely overkilling it. Calamitous also sold 2,000 stone. He was most likely desperate for gold as well. I'm not sure why he would, but it seemed like he is. Here blues, yellow's trebuchets are coming out, and it's simply I was done. So in this situation, I did something very bad. I thought I could engage this army and try and at least kill the trebs, but I'm not sure what happened here. I didn't. Not only did I lose all these units, I didn't even dent the combined army. I couldn't kill any of these villagers, preventing the castles. I didn't even kill the trebuchets that were destroying my castle. So this was a completely pointless and useless decision, looking back at it now. But at the time, I thought it was all for nothing. I had to go in balls deep, but that wasn't the case. Red, however, just hammering it down, destroying. He's blocking himself in. Not sure why, but he's gonna slowly move forward. Let's speed up the game pace. I'm trying to do the same thing again. Blue's army has consistently stayed under 5 this game, but still this is of some assistance, and I was not, nor was I complaining about his army size. I just was trying to do the best I could. I got all my units across over here and just trying to keep my units, even those that were coming out from this barracks, to come here. I ended up making a couple more barracks over here, and I started spamming immediately from these barracks over here. One Huskard is gonna wreak havoc on these skirmishers over here. A supplementary force has arrived over here, and what I did was I sneakily made sure that he was baited in here, and the moment he came close enough, I would engage on him and simply outnumber him and win. I had to use such tactics and just simply outmaneuver my opponent in terms of unit placement, since I simply couldn't be able to spam and just overpower him. I did not have an eco to do that, and just simply wouldn't be able to handle it. There are 3 castles. Even as Huskars, fighting an army under 3 castles is not preferred, unless you can spam for at least a couple of minutes on end. We see skirmishers from orange trying to do some damage. We see a castle from in as well, trebuchets as well, but nope, these simply outclassed. Even these skirmishers won't be able to do much. They're not even upgraded, so they're not really a threat to him. Orange army is moving in. He has decided not to go through this area. He's going to go through the open area, and this is what I see. At this point I thought I needed more barracks, so I'm just going to make some barracks over here as well. I'm going to station my army there, make another army over here, house. So I frantically started building houses everywhere. Red is mopping up orange. He's just simply mopping up orange. There are some cavaliers by Kevi, but just simply isn't enough. It simply isn't enough, and Kevi was completely caught off guard, and his unit combination choice wasn't the best against such opponent. Here we see an army arrive, and this army is going to be retracting. Has decided not to go through here, but go through here. He most likely thought there was a area here that full of units, buildings and stuff, but that wasn't the case. What I planned to do was intentionally destroy all these buildings. I destroyed all these buildings, and luckily I was not in the range of these units. As you can see, I also made sure that my units were hidden, because I had a plan in which I anticipated that he would come through this area here, and the moment he does, there would be a choke point. So not only would he be lowered to the number of units that can fight, I would also bring round my units, and I do bring them round right now. Orange unfortunately just passes through, and oh my god, this was a deciding factor in the game. This caused me to gain so much ground with these Huskarls coming around, massacring all these trebuchets, all these skirmishers, and all his front army being massacred as well. Simply, there was nothing he could do. This tactic here has essentially allowed me to win on even grounds against yellow. Yellow is retreating, but to no avail. We see orange. Orange thought yellow had this under control, but it seems like yellow didn't, and he's backing off. Orange was left attacking these archery ranges. It's a shame, because as we looked at, as my units were coming around, orange just passed my way, and he did not realize. Here I'm just microing the best I can. Blue has made an army. My god, blue has made an army, but the army, 4 of his units have already died to the castle. Grey at this point has already resigned. Not sure when he has, but he has resigned, and I go tell my friend Calamitous that he needs to attack. Here what I do is very interesting. I baited all this army into this area here. I baited them all here, sent another detachment around, and from my perspective, this was my army. I completely I used patrol, and I completely surround his Tarkin army. And what I did was I sent a few units here, and I sent an army here, so it completely, his range support was not there. And because his range support was not there, these Tarkins just got massacred by the large number. All these Huskars are let loose. These skirmishers, nothing they can do. All these skirmishers are gonna die, and at this point yellow realized it's GG, and he resigned. Beautifully yellow was outplayed 2 times, and at this point I was so ecstatic that I thought, forget it, I'm going in. I made all my units, dragged them here, and I just started hammering down these walls and castles. Let's speed things up a bit. At this point also, teal also has resigned very the same straight after yellow. We don't actually see, the game doesn't end here. The game actually continues a bit longer, and it finishes later on because of orange. Orange thought, hey, I'm not satisfied with this ending, so he was telling me that he wanted to have battles. He wanted to have me versus him, my Goth Huskarls versus his two-handed swordsman. So as you can see, there's going to be a 3-set battle. So this is going to be the first battle we have to finish off the game. So this is the first battle that comes. My army is moving in. This is what I'm seeing. So at this point, I don't know it's a battle. I just know that in his head, this is what he wanted. He was talking to me later after the game that this was battle number 1, and obviously I completely overpowered him. Nothing he could do. Nothing he could do. Red was coming in from the other side as well, just slowly hammering, moving ground, making more siege workshops and such. I moved in all my units over here. Just gonna go hammer this castle down. We're gonna see a second battle arrive. Battalion of 200 swordsmen, not fully upgraded. This castle is gonna go down, and he realized, yeah, the castles is gonna go down. Let's try and engage. So we do battle over here, and this army here is quite large compared to the first army, and he's gonna be killing quite a few of my units. I've lost a lot. The numbers, my unit number is decreasing quite a bit at a very fast rate. Considering I'm wounded already, it's not really surprising. Then he garrisoned he rally point all his barracks to this position here, and very soon he'll give me a message saying that he wants to do battle. And I engage in one last battle with him. And when I do engage in the battle, I do tell red and just specifically blue as well, because he was near here, to, there we go, there's the message, to back off so we could have a battle. And then I go bring it. Oh well, I failed the spelling, but bring it. And then seeing this unit size, I thought I'm gonna create 2 battalions and just like macro the best I can and kill the ones off guard. Trying to do the best I can. This is what I see, so I clearly don't know what's there, but I'm using my units to go around him and just generally massacring his units as well. After this battle, he also goes GG, and this was a very fun game to have played. It was mainly 3v4. Well, it was 3v4. Blue did help out, but not as much as I would have liked. And this was a very, very fun game nonetheless. I really enjoyed this game. It did allow me to become a military commander. Hopefully I did my best. And yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later.